Today, we are going to go in search of Beatles reunions and collaborations. On October 21st, 1985, rock and roll legend himself, Carl Perkins, filmed a TV special with some amazing musical guests. This television special featured a collaboration that included a partial Beatles reunion of Ringo Starr and George Harrison. On June 5th, 1987, George Harrison and Ringo Starr reunited in concert for a charity event called the Prince's Trust Rock Gala. And they had Eric Clapton, Jeff Lynne from the Electric Light Orchestra, and world-famous drummer Phil Collins in their backup band. In the rock year 1987, after George Harrison took a most deserved 5-year hiatus from his career as a solo artist, he collaborated again with Ringo Starr on the critically acclaimed and commercially successful Cloud 9 album. At the first Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 1988, George Harrison and Ringo Starr got together with a star-studded cast including Mick Jagger, Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, and Bob Dylan to sing the Beatles song, "I Saw Her Standing There." In April of 1989, rock legend Tom Petty released one of his signature tunes called "I Won't Back Down." This is from his first solo album called Full Moon Fever, and Tom Petty's backup band on this song included former Beatles George Harrison and Ringo Starr. On Earth Day, April 16th, 1993, Paul McCartney's New World Tour rocked the Hollywood Bowl with very special guest Ringo Starr. Ringo! Ringo! Yeah! That's right. Paul and Ringo belted out "Hey Jude" together in public for the first time since the David Frost 1968 Beatles television appearance. Through the magic of technology, in 1995, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr reunited with John Lennon as they collaborated on 2 previously unreleased demos from John Lennon. One of them was called "Free as a Bird" and the other one was "Real Love." And they were used in the Beatles anthology film and also appeared on the audio recordings. The Threedles, as they were once called, got together for an impromptu jam session, and it was great to hear all 3 surviving Beatles play together again. Thinking of linking my life with you. Thinking of linking. On November 29th, 2001, the world lost beloved musician George Harrison. In 2002, George's family and friends came together for a star-studded tribute to one of the most influential musicians and songwriters of the 20th century. The concert for George featured Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, who performed the classic Beatles song, Something, with the backup band that included Eric Clapton, Jeff Lynne, fifth Beatle Billy Preston, and percussionist Ray. 7th, 2010, Paul McCartney sang the Beatles song Birthday to fellow Beatles bandmate Ringo Starr at his 70th birthday party. On a television broadcast that was filmed on February 12, 2014, the Grammys saluted the Beatles. They featured duets between the surviving Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. Their backup band included musicians Jeff Lynne from the Electric Light Orchestra and Joe Walsh from the Eagles. 2015, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, Paul McCartney joined Ringo Starr to sing With a Little Help from My Friends and I Want to Be Your Man. Getting all the Beatles back together again is an impossible dream since the passing of former members John Lennon and George Harrison. But performing on each other's albums is a treat that fans look forward to. In 2017, Sir Paul played bass on a couple of tracks on Ringo's Give More Love album. And in 2018, Sir Paul McCartney performed at the O2 Arena in England. The former Beatle was on tour to support his latest solo album called Egypt Station, and he surprised his fans by inviting the Beatles' former drummer, Sir Ringo Starr, alongside the Rolling Stones guitarist extraordinaire Ronnie Wood, onto the stage for a deeply appreciated 5-song encore. On July 13th, 2019, Ringo Starr made a guest appearance at Paul McCartney's Freshen Up tour that was held at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. They performed 2 classic Beatles songs. The first one was a rousing version of Little Help from My Friends, and then they transitioned into the hard-hitting rocker Helter Skelter.
For us, a surprise for you, surprise for everyone.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed this 5-decade musical journey in search of Beatles reunions and collaborations. Don't forget to keep on listening to the Beatles and keep on rocking. Bye now.